Hello dear students. Today lesson is in science units 10.1 to 3 electricity. You can find this in book 9 from page 140 to 144. The objectives of our lesson today is first the definition of electricity and what is the positive and negative charges and how they happen, and then electrons in movement. What is the meaning of electrons in movement? Definition: electricity. Electricity or static electricity is nothing but the difference in the attraction or repulsion between the movement of electrons. As you see here, this lightning, just like a lightning between these two poles, this is caused because of the movement of electrons from one material to another material, and it is caused by the difference of repulsion or attraction. As you see, there are two types of charges: positive charges and negative charges. Opposite charges always they attract each other, they are attracted to each other, but negative charges they repel each other. Each one is repelling to the other one. Okay, so this is the type of charges that happen when there are free movement of electrons around the material. What does I mean by this? I shall tell you what I mean by this now here. If you have a certain material like this wall and this balloon, when you rub the wall with the wall is rubbed with an external force, then the atoms which holds the electron, these electrons will leave their orbits and move freely between the atoms. When they move freely through the atoms and you bring the balloon very close to you, they will be transported from the wall to the balloon. Okay, and then what happened in the balloon? The balloon will be negatively charged and the wall will be positively charged. Why? Because this negative charge of the balloon, if you bring it close to the wall, they will repel the other negative charge in the wall. So they will go on the other side, just like here, they go on the other side, and then the balloon will attract the positive charge of the wall to it. That's why we have two different charges. This one here is negative and this one is positive. That's why the balloon will stick to the wall, because there are two different charges. One is negative and one is positive. The transport of these electrons to the balloon, this is what we call the movement of electrons, and it is called static electricity. And here you never realize it. Sometimes maybe you hear a very little sound, like strict sound, but when it is too much, then you have something like this. Okay, so this is what we mean by static electricity and how they happen. Of course, it depends on the material that you exert to a force. Maybe this material by the wall, when you rub it, when you exert it to a force, maybe you shall have a positive charge. Other materials, no, they will have negative charge, and the electrons will be transferred from your hand to the other material. So it depends on the type of material when they are exerted to an external force, whether they will be positively charged or negatively charged. There is, in the end of unit questions, there is question number 1, which is 10.1. Try to make A, B, C, and D. Okay, thank you very much for today.